to Ladies Night. It's your favorite panel of ladies. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
I'm so happy I got my song back. Hey, Dre, welcome. Don't forget to hit those thumbs up on your way in. And obviously, if you can share out the live, then please feel free to share out the live. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about tonight. And I think that we shall get it started and rocking with, who should we talk about first? Let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres first.
Okay.
So, Ellen DeGeneres has and recently announced that the show will be ending after the next season. So it will be ending next year. The first statement that came out was that she felt that it wasn't challenging anymore. And she just definitely wanted to do something different because she's been doing the show for a long time. So she wants to change the scenery. Okay, cool. Then we're starting to get reports now that workers were not happy, that it wasn't a nice place to work at. And Ellen is acting oblivious to all of this. She's saying that she has 255 employees that work here. They're all in different buildings. So how would she possibly know that that is how people felt working for her show? And she also said that she wished somebody would have said something to her or brought it to her attention, but that never was the case. And all guests and everybody else has always said that it's a wonderful place to work and they had a great time on the show. So, ladies, let's hear what your thoughts are on Miss Ellen DeGeneres.
I think she's lying.
Well,
she can't stay away.
She's lying.
She's lying. No, she's lying about she didn't know what was going on. She
Yeah, I do think she's lying. I do think she's acting like she's oblivious to what's going on in her workplace. And how are you the head person in charge and you don't know what's going on in your workplace? That just don't sit well with me. Mm-hmm. And I believe she's quitting because she just don't want to deal with the aftermath. People have said she's been toxic. People have said her environment has been bad, and she's quitting because she feels like she want to leave. And her ratings have been dropping, and she just said she done. Mm-hmm. Big time, her ratings are dropping.
Wow, I think that I think she's so far above. I think that maybe she's got people in place under her that kind of allow that toxicity to go on, and she's so hands off. Mm-hmm. But it's her brand, so that's a problem. A lot of like workplace cultures have where CEO or whoever big person at the top is so out of touch, and they just throw you a gift card on Christmas, and feel like they're doing something. But meanwhile, throughout the entire year, you got all these toxic people in high places, that are rude or mistreating your employees. But I think that the onus is on the person at the top to check in with these people, the little people, and talk to them, meet with them, have a pop-up meeting, once a quarter. Hey, how's everything going? And then I feel like people probably are so intimidated anyway that they probably wouldn't even tell. But I just think that there needs to be more like workplace investigations going on throughout the year. There needs to be plans in place of employees, where you can find out like what really goes on, down there. And then I think a lot of this toxicity would stop. But unfortunately, that's just the culture to me in a lot of places. And I think that Ellen, now that it's brought up, that she definitely needs to take ownership of it and do something about it.
Right. She just says, well, it's because it's her name. Obviously, she has to, it's all on her. But I mean, I don't know. Okay, so one part of me is kind of like, well, it comes from the top, right? It starts at the top. Let's be real. If the top person isn't speaking or handling or dealing with or treating the person underneath them well, then guess what? That person that's underneath them isn't going to be treating the people underneath them well. And it just trickles down, right? Because they're getting the pressure from the top. And then a lot of the time, people don't know how to handle that pressure. And then they take it out on their employees. And it goes further down and so on and so forth. So I think that, there's something to say about probably how Ellen is actually treating her team that she deals with and works with on a regular basis. first of all, and then it trickles down. I can understand as to why she may not have known. I think if people are quitting, then you know what's going on,
Right,
because you know
something
your
going on.
employment numbers ain't right? Something's going on. But then at the same time, I also feel that sometimes a lot of managers and things like that will try and hide what is going on underneath the surface, because they don't want to involve the people that are on the top, because they don't want to be hit with the chopping block of what's going on with your team. So I think that maybe some things were hidden from her, but I feel like numbers don't lie. So if you see a change in certain numbers, then you definitely see something. And I think that was very stupid for her to say, I'm sorry, when she was talking about how guests come on the show and they have a great time and they never had a complaint. Of course not. Like, let's be real. Employees, the smaller employees that deal with these guests in and out, are going to treat them like royalty and are going to treat them really good and make sure that their experience is great, because I don't want a bad rep. You ain't going to tell my manager that I treated you bad. That's never going to happen.
And they're guests. They're supposed to be treated well. Like, we need to talk about employees, not guests.
Exactly. So,
yeah,
I don't know. She probably is lying. Well, I don't think she's lying. I think she's lying to a certain extent.
I just feel like she's just lying. I feel like she don't want to take. And to me, if you're the head person, okay, say I'll take responsibility. I should have known better. I'm gonna do better now. But you shouldn't even say that. All she said is, I don't understand it. I watched the interview with the lady from Today's Show, what's her name? Savannah Guthrie was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and she was asking Ellen like, what was the problem in the work environment? And Ellen was like, I don't understand it. I'm like, huh? This your work and you don't understand your toxic work environment? She was like, well, I don't get it. I'm like, either you as oblivious as what's going on in your whole company, or you ain't paying attention, or you just don't give a damn.
I feel like too that she's getting older, and they start to get older people getting set in their ways, and they are just like, this is how it is. This is what's going to be. She's probably unwilling to change and bend to whatever new stuff is going out. As much as you try to stay current, I think she's probably still stuck in her ways when it comes to managing her employees. So maybe that could be a thing too. But for her to say that she's oblivious I can't get with that.
That shouldn't even be an acceptable excuse.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said she could have said, well, we're gonna do better. I find like I'm gonna work on the things that what was pumped the investigation. I'm gonna work on them things. It's gonna be a better environment now. But when she said she's oblivious, I was like, girl, I can't take it.
That's like Shonda Rhimes saying that she was oblivious when fans were like all distraught because what's his name? The guy from the show Bridgerton. The main Jimmy, she didn't think that people were gonna react the way that they did. Like, yes, how you don't know?
Hey, girl.
Yeah. So I feel like just like Shonda Rhimes knows, Ellen knows.
Okay, but I have a question. Right? Okay. I know how you guys are saying that how she's getting older. She probably is a lot of energy and effort to still be in time with the times. Do you feel that the people that work for Oprah, for instance, feel the same way, or do you feel like Oprah feels the same way like Ellen? Because Oprah's been around for a long time.
I don't know, but have they been complaining about?
I have never heard. I don't know. Never heard Oprah would be having a toxic environment in a workplace. I have never heard any other her employees coming out complaining about it. I haven't heard one person stay working at Harpo and working in Chicago at that building was wrong. But I have heard Ellen investigating said she had a toxic environment in a workplace. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, so they're probably two different. They're
two different levels.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
But you never know either. Like sometimes, because some places get over with stuff like that. Some people, depending on the culture you have or the type of worker you have. Some people just take stuff and keep it moving. Some are quiet, more quiet than others. So there are a lot of factors that go into. I think every workplace has someone unhappy, right?
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. I
Yes.
think she's done a good job with
Yes.
keeping it out of the public eye if it has been happening. So shout out to her. But yeah, I don't think I think that Ellen is, it's probably just two totally different situations, or maybe two different kinds of work cultures where,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Oprah has points in place to stop things from escalating as high.
And then too, I feel like her show, just the show itself,
Hmm.
it's nothing different to it. It's pretty much the same thing every show, like the same theme every show. It's not something. I mean, not saying it's not worth watching, but I mean, it's the same thing. And she said it's not challenging anymore. So it's like,
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's daytime TV,
That's what I'm saying. Who's watching daytime TV like that
and I'm
nowadays?
so glad that they have like
not our
platforms.
generation.
Yeah, they got YouTube and everything out now. I'm so glad because life was boring back in the day. You remember your grandma or your mom was watching like soap operas, or my parents in the
Girl,
South watching
yes.
westerns, and I'm just like the
It
same
doesn't
thing
happen
over and
anymore.
over again, and so it's repetitive, it's redundant, and then they have these one or two people at the top for years, like Victor being on Young and the Restless. Probably he think he's still on there,
Oh
and
Still
it's
on,
just
yes.
like
Yes.
And you
Yes.
know
it,
what? To say to Oprah, she probably knew when it was time to retire, and that's why she's on the internet now.
yeah,
She's doing everything on YouTube, and
She's
she's
doing
mhm,
TV
streaming.
shows and branching out. It's
yeah,
not just about her,
Yeah.
but she's actually producing other
mhm.
TV shows, which makes sense,
Hmm.
right? She's making money. Hey, Miss Tawanda,
So
welcome, welcome, welcome to the
she's
Oh
chat.
having a
yeah,
good
okay.
time.
So Real Mama, Real Problems had brought up Oprah did have those complaints, but it was about the
Yeah.
school. Yeah, not the
Okay.
show,
Mm,
but yeah, same thing.
okay.
Okay.
I guess her business, but I don't know what was going on over there in Africa. Which brings me to
Yeah.
this. I did kind of fall into that discussion about why are you building a school in Africa when in Chicago or Detroit
Because sometimes
they're
people want to
needed.
get back to the motherland. I
Well,
mean,
but we got some over here that are descendants of the motherland,
I
that could
feel,
very
I
well
feel it.
benefit.
I feel it, but I don't know. Like, I feel like people just want a reason to complain, right? If someone's
Yeah,
doing something good, like, celebrate what they're doing that's good. Why pick at what it is? Now, yes, it could be better. And yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, but I'm sure
I,
there's several
you
things in the
I guess
US that Oprah probably
I would say
does.
to that.
You know, go ahead,
Yes.
Andrea.
Yes. But I would say for her, I didn't really care that she opened a school. I'm okay with her opening a school in Africa because I'm like this. Them girls need to be good. Them girls should have a good education, just like we have over here. And if Oprah's gonna make sure they have a good education, more power to them.
Okay. And I'm sure she still does stuff over here too, but
yeah,
I mean, it is
Yeah.
what it is. But I feel like Ellen, like you say, you're the name of that show. So you are the brand. So you've got to take
Yeah.
the good with the bad. And when you have bad reports or people are complaining, you really should have been looking into it. But she's saying no one came to her. No one told her nothing. So she don't know.
So if okay, I'll play devil's advocate. I'll take a word no one came for it. So you mean to tell me you only found out when they started to do an investigation on you and your employees that nobody, so you did you take into consideration that it was a toxic environment? After the report came out, did you have a conversation with the employee? Did you have a big old meeting? Did you talk to the
hmm
people? Did you do
Probably
that?
not,
Because you
because guess what?
you act like you
People are
still
pissed.
naive.
No, my thing is people are pissed now. So people are talking about it because they're going to be made redundant next year. No,
yeah.
these people are out of jobs next year.
Hmm.
So now, okay, before we're not going to talk
Again,
about it because we don't want to lose our job. Now, oh, well, we can talk about it now because we're going to lose our job regardless.
Yeah, good point.
yeah, I guess that's right.
You know, I don't know.
Well, I just read that. I just read that she wants Tiffany Haddish to take over her time slot. So if that's the case, do you think she's gonna have the same employee working for Tiffany Haddish? Because if that's the case,
is she gonna be over?
It should be all new though.
Tiffany
It should be all
gonna
new.
be new people. I would have new people. I mean, because it's not like, my thing is, you don't want the same vibe of the Ellen show. It's got to be a brand new show. It's got to be something different, right?
Yeah, they normally don't recycle like producers and stuff like that anyway.
Yeah.
They normally go on to do other things.
Okay.
And other stuff.
Tiffany have to build, who she's comfortable with and that whole thing.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have to, go to interviews and interview like everybody else to get a job again. And that's what I think. Anyway, I don't know, but that's Miss Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. You know what? Let's talk about it. We are gonna talk about the Vagina Chronicles lady, Miss Veronica, Pastor Veronica in Nigeria. She has the magic, y'all. She has the magic. So she says. Okay. Now, apparently, men that are infertile or have issues with producing, then all they need to do is sleep with her just one time, and she can bless them and give them, well, they can have children after they sleep with her. So, guys, God has blessed her with a powerful vagina. So, I want to know what you guys think about Miss Vagina Chronicles. Let's talk about her. Miss Veronica.
I wish I had that power.
I don't know, to make people fertile.
No. I think she's lying. But and then when they said Nigeria, I'm always leery. No offense to anybody from Nigeria, but y'all know how y'all do over there. Y'all some straight scammers. I'm just gonna say it. Anytime you get emails, back in the day, it used to be they send the emails. This being some money or whatever, and all of this. So now they are in the form of scammers on Instagram. They be doing, give me $5,000 or I can turn your 500 into 5,000, or now they're in Bitcoin and stuff now. Like there's some scammers in Nigeria. I don't know why there's some scammers in Nigeria, but she is definitely a scammer, and she probably got some. She probably trying to give something away, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my.
I'm just
look. She a pastor. She has a whole congregation that's gonna believe in her. Okay, that God has blessed her. Okay. No one believed that Mary could have a baby by herself. Look at that. God done produced that miracle.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. The Lord gives people special powers and talents, right? So maybe she's here, been placed on earth to help the infertile.
I mean, have anybody had a baby since they've been with her? I mean, is it proven fact that they don't have a baby since they don't got with her? I mean, what's the data with this? She want to say this. She got. I mean, what's the data? She had a baby with somebody had a baby since they've been with her. I mean, I'm just saying.
I would like to know that too. But they ain't talking apparently.
They need to come forward.
Apparently, they ain't coming forth because they don't want people to know they sleeping with the pastor. I'm wondering, does it just? I mean, she said it just takes one time, but I'm wondering, does she have repeat visitors, or is this just a we just hit it and quit it type situation? I'm just wondering. Does she pray over it before?
I'm proud of her for bestowing her blessings upon the land.
Look, I feel like my vagina is powerful. It is.
It is.
She can.
Now that you look it down,
she won't.
Right. I feel like it's powerful. I feel like it's gonna do something.
Okay, let's be real, ladies. We have been blessed with the power of the vagina. We can get whatever we want with her. Okay.
Yes.
I just don't see how she does that for a man.
It's probably her gift. The Bible did say, that we all have different gifts. We're all born with, gifts and talents. So maybe that's her
See,
gift.
these be the type of churches that you just gotta watch and be careful with. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, yes we can. Excuse me.
What he say?
Real talk. Don't try and battle me on this one, okay? Yes,
No, you
the
can't
pussy is
stop
a powerful thing. And
I mean,
I'm gonna go to all chat.
We can get what
I'll
we
lie.
want
I just think
when we use her.
she.
Huh? Andrea?
Oh, okay. I thought that was me. I was like, here we go.
Mm.
Voodoo booty.
I think Andrea.
I'm
Right, I
done.
read that.
Go on,
I just feel like she's selling wolf.
Huh?
I'm just thinking she's selling wolf tickets and if she's giving money, that's how I feel. You know.
I think. Let me tell you what I really, really think about this situation.
Okay.
Real talk. Just one time, boo. Just let me have it one time. I tell you,
Right.
she's powerful.
Ooh.
She is queen.
That's her gift.
That's her gift. Every woman has the power of the PUSSY. Don't play or fight me on it. It's the truth. Okay.
Right.
I think though, this is where churches have to be concerned a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is where churches start getting a bad rep. Okay. Now, I'm concerned that a pastor, a leader of a church, is preaching this and telling this to their congregation. And my thing is, the amount of married men that are probably sleeping with said pastor is a serious, serious problem. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to put it out there. That's how I feel. And I don't feel like the wives know that they are sleeping with the pastor, because I don't know what wife is going to give them permission to go sleep with no damn pastor. Someone tell me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that this is where people start looking at the church in a negative light.
Yes. Remember that lady named Miss Cleo? You call on the hotline and she be lying. I mean, that's how I feel about this lady right here. She's lying. Give me if I'm gonna believe her, I need some data that she don't other men that had some kids. Okay, just give me some producer data and then let me.
Right.
I'm just saying.
She lying, Andrea. She lying.
I think she's lying.
That is her blessing to bestow, and I feel like we need to let her heal the land, and be free. Amen.
And be free. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I mean, I believe that the pussy is a very powerful thing. I do believe it. I believe it. I'm a firm believer. Okay, you can move mountains with this thing, but I just don't believe that it makes men fertile again.
Yes.
Someone show me the science, okay? Someone show me where this makes men fertile again.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they were lying in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what is in her poem to make men fertile again. What?
The power of the Lord.
The blessing of the Lord.
It's anointed.
That's what she said.
I wonder if it works for women.
How the hell? Because the women ain't inserting anything.
Maybe so it's just all in her vagina.
It's up in there.
I think it's not in there. No,
it's
not just
I thought maybe she had like the touch, the healing hand.
Maybe that's next though. Maybe like if she does well with her gift, because your gifts make room for you.
Right.
So maybe, if she does well with the gift that the Lord's given her, then he would bless her even more to heal even more people.
You know what? Amen. Amen to that.
Praise the Lord.
Look. She making the men be fertile. Making me have a baby, praise the Lord to her. Hallelujah.
Look, people
Make your
didn't
money,
believe
Come over
boo.
to the
Mary
United
was
States
dying
and us
at
pregnant.
that
them.
bullshit too.
Look, Mary, no one believed Mary was pregnant. And look, Mary done had Jesus. So I'm
Mary
just
Hmm.
was a whole hoe. I don't care what y'all say
nothing
about that.
is impossible.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible. We just don't know. I pray that it's the
That's
truth.
true.
I pray for her sake
Yeah.
that it is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mary
don't
was
see
a
why
hoe.
the men can't pray and ask God to bless them and help them to become fertile. I'm so confused as to why they need to sleep with her. But we would have to ask the Nigerian men that are sleeping with her.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Real
what I
said
think.
that women are delusional about their
Huh? Really? We are?
No,
You sure?
delusional.
Delusional.
Wow.
I don't see how we're delusional. I mean, if
Okay.
it works, it works.
Yeah,
I
it's power
mean,
in that. Hmm.
there is power in there.
Yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really, Derek?
Mm-hmm.
Men
What
do
are the
Kegel
mean categories?
exercises.
What are they look like? Does it go like this? Do y'all do like that with it or something? Is that y'all Kegel
I was like,
exercise?
what? Oh,
Yeah, because I'm
okay.
confused as to what a man's Kegel exercise is, but maybe that's what it is.
Y'all put like little balls on the sides and then like kind of try to lift it? Is how what are y'all Kegel
That's a new one on
exercises?
me.
I'm
Girl, I
curious to
don't
know.
know.
I'm really like
Yes,
Derek, put it.
on
I'm
me too.
curious to know now. Like, what are men Kegel? I never heard of it.
Neither have I.
He
Oh,
said good.
we'll
I
clarify.
don't know. I
We'll
read in a book though. Oh Lord, no, in a magazine article. Well, anyway, let's move on.
my thing is though, even when it's bad, men like it. So let's
I
keep it
don't
real.
even.
I mean, y'all ain't
Right,
complicated to keep
right.
happy. A hole is a hole and it's warm and it's soft and it's cushy. Come on now. Let's be real. I'm just saying. Okay. So moving on from the vagina slayer, let's go to Kanye West and Kim K.
Oh.
Kanye has come out and he has stated that he was, in fact, the first person that wanted a divorce, and he originally was the one that asked Kim K for a divorce. Kim K says otherwise. Who do we believe? Do we believe Kanye? Do we believe Kim K? Who do we believe?
Kanye.
Kanye. He now
I
one
believe
thing
I
he's
believe
Kanye.
never been.
Kanye.
He's
The
never
reason
been a
I say
liar.
that,
He's never been a liar.
Why he didn't file?
because I feel like he didn't file because he wanted her to like he wanted to be the bad person, and he was okay with that. He was like he gonna let her get up out of here gracefully because he already know everybody done ran through her ass, just to keep it 100, don't tell the truth. She wasn't looking at Kanye. She didn't want him, the brother. She done ran through everybody, and she said, "Oh, I'm a set up for this brother right here." But she wasn't like he Kanye didn't. Kim looked at Kanye as the apple of her eye. Oh, that's my dream man. Hell to the damn no. And if she tells somebody that, she damn lying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is the one. Kim Kardashian, what I want. I always wanted her ass. I got her.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he
Right.
got her kids, he was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So this time I believe Kanye. He ain't lying about this. That's what other people be lying about, but he ain't lying about this.
No,
Kim was
he ain't
trying to
lying
say that
about it.
damn.
He doesn't
He was
lie
trying
though.
to say.
He's so what's the word? I don't want to say crazy, but the way
Out
he is,
there.
yeah, that
Yes.
he's never been a liar,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
that would
Mm-mm.
be out of left field for him to just make up something and throw it out there. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
grasp at straws. He stands in
Yeah.
his
Yes.
shit all the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he wears his heart on his sleeve. So,
Yeah.
I just think that maybe I don't know, how you talk about divorce, but then that person has to file. I think they were probably in that stage. And I think Kim had to jump because she saw an opportunity to be first, right? Or to
she want to get
make
her
him look
story.
like the bad guy.
Make him look like the bad guy, crying all that bunch of bullshit, acting for the cameras. I knew that she was crying for the cameras, up for the camera. So I'm like, Kanye was like, do it, do your thing, and I'm gonna ride with this. And I think he said, go on, do it. I'm done with you. I'm in Wyoming. I don't even live in California. I live in Wyoming now. I'm done. I live in Wyoming. You just do you in California. I'll see the kids when I see the kids. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my kids. But I don't want you. I don't want you around. You toxic. I feel like your family toxic. And I feel like he said I'm moving on. And maybe he gonna get his mind right and give me a new album. Some real music like he used to have. Get his mind. That's what I'm saying.
Did y'all have beepers over there? Was it pagers, beepers, or calculator in school when you put 304 in there?
Pagers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you put 304 and then you turn it upside down, it's HOE.
I've never seen people do that. Okay.
Real talk showing his age. That's what he in there
for real.
I mean,
cut that out real.
But yeah, you know what? I don't disagree with Kanye with the fact that he probably put it out there first. Okay, I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think with divorce and stuff, like usually this is what we kind of discussed earlier this week, ladies, is that usually divorce, it takes a long time to get there to that stage, right? First of all, you're separated and you're still married, but the relationship isn't quite working. You're still trying to figure out, can this potentially work at some point? Can it not? I think maybe, he was the one that originally was just like, man, this ain't working for me no more. I just can't do it, And she probably was trying because they got kids together and he probably was torn too with his heart, with his kids and stuff like that. And then it kind of went back and forth. But then when somebody has to file, right? And maybe he wasn't there yet to file. Maybe he wasn't ready to file yet. And that's why she did. Or
I believe he told her ass.
Filing
I believe he told her ass to file. I believe he said, "Go on, do it. I'm okay." I think he said, "Look, I want out. I will take the hit. I'm okay with that shit. It is all right because I know y'all Kardashian is gonna spin this shit how you want to spin it any damn way. So let's be the bad guy. Who give a damn? Yeah. But as long as I'm out this shit with you."
But no one's even really said anything bad about him, though, have they? I don't think.
No, well, she's starting to say things about him, like while she's leaving.
Crying ass over there, crying like she like she heartbroken because she's getting divorced. She on the camera acting for the camera. Come on now. She's acting for the camera
with everything else.
Everything else. Okay, she's dramatic, but everything else.
Yeah, K-Trey was saying that she thinks that Kanye would marry that first woman he was engaged to. She was so pretty too. Like I really thought that they would have been a good power couple because she's down. You know what I mean? She wouldn't run.
Well,
at
Kanye
the first
said
sign of trouble.
He said he wanted a woman that he said next time he with a woman, he wants a woman who's artistic, like him, and maybe he feel like Kim. Good for her? I mean, what is she good for?
Desirable. He said that he wanted the most, desired, sought after woman in the world, and that at the time was her. So he had to get her. That was him being stupid though. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm
trying to figure, what is her occupation now? What does she do for a living? I'm just really trying to figure that out. Yeah, what does she do?
Nothing.
She's a movie star.
She's a reality star. Reality
TV star. She's a reality. Kim Kardashian. She is. Let me give you her whole resume. Okay. So she is an entrepreneur / model / in fashion designer / interior designer / reality actress / famous mogul.
Are you sure she's not a famous porn star? Because that's how she got her money in a reality show with Ray J. Because he was involved with that. I'm just asking the question because that's how they first got their money. And so I'm just saying, ain't she known for that?
I mean,
well, that's how she hit the scene.
Was known for something too. In that, So
which
the word on the
sucks
street,
because he was the bigger star.
Ray J said he was paid too. He said he was paid good for that tape. I'm just saying.
But he never did come out. She's like up there now. He's just still Brandy's little brother. No matter what. That sucks to be him.
But then Barbara Walters said, that they ain't famous for nothing. Like, what do they do? She had a sit down interview with all of the family, and they were like, "But what do y'all do? Y'all don't do
I mean,
nothing."
they do a lot though. To be honest with you, they capitalized
do.
off of the foolishness, like with the clothing store Dash. You know,
do they still got that now? Do they still have that?
I don't know if they still have it or not. I don't know.
I got one more thing to add to her resume. She's an aspiring attorney.
Yep.
And she's an author.
Did she pass the bar yet?
She's an author.
She in school.
I'm not too sure. She's in school for it.
Oh, okay.
She got a book out.
Oh,
she got a book out.
What's the book called?
I think something like the Memoirs of Kim K or something like that. Something along those lines. But it's just a book of, pictures of her.
Yeah, Nia, I was saying the same thing. She has several businesses. Yeah, she capitalized like hell off of the foolery. But hey, I can't be mad at her. I can't be mad at her.
Y'all forgetting. Okay, look, let's be honest. Okay, all jokes aside now. Kim K came onto the scene, and the family came onto the scene because of their father. Their father, Rob Kardashian, the big time attorney of all time, O.J. Simpson's attorney.
Yeah, they were already in California, and somebody brought up she was a stylist.
They're already a prestigious family. Okay, so your daddy is well known. You're gonna live up your daddy's name, obviously, and you're gonna use that to get into places. Now, my thing is, anybody would be a fool not to capitalize off of that and to rock with it. I mean, there's a lot of stars that are living off of their parents' wealth and have gone and branched off to do their own thing because you use that name to get through doors. So I can't knock her or any of the Kardashians for actually making a name for themselves and actually doing something that's bringing in their own money and keeping their father's legacy alive.
She was a stylist. Okay, let's go back to the thing. They said she was a stylist for Brandy and Ray J. But last time I checked, and a couple weeks ago, I was reading an article that Brandy mama is suing Khloe, Kim, Courtney, and Rob for stealing money on their black card for buying stuff off of their card, and they would be buying for Ray J and Brandy. So they were stealing too. Yes.
What's the statute of limitations on that? Because
statute of limitations when you gotta pay that card, that money back. Okay.
If Sonya don't go sit her ass down somewhere,
I'm just saying. So we gonna put a thief in there too because she was suing them.
Thieves make good money.
Okay. So
I don't know. But I just wanted to address Real because Real's like, no, her father didn't. But yes, her father did. Like,
well, she was popular in California with the whole being a Rob Kardashian's daughter because their trial was huge, and
I believe she was hustling in California,
but I don't think she was
full daughter, right?
I don't think she was famous in the entertainment world. I think she was famous in like maybe more so the like. What'd you say?
I think she was hustling. I think she was in LA.
But then she wanted to get into fashion because I do remember. I wish I could see who had brought that up. That she was a stylist to somebody else too before Brandy.
She was stylist at first.
I believe it was Paris too.
Paris, that's who it was. Yep.
And Nicole Richie was too. And I still believe she was hustling them too. So she was in LA hustling. Okay, and she put her name out because
that's what they doing in Atlanta. So,
I'm just saying
they out here.
I don't believe that she was like thieving or anything like that because at the end of the day she came from money too. So like she really needed it. But I do think that your rights to fame. She built her rights to fame from her body. Let's be real. Let's be honest. She has these curves. She's always had these curves. These men love to look at her. She's a pretty woman. and sex sells. We know this. In Hollywood, sex sells, and she sold it very well. That's why she's so rich today.
She laid on her back. Ray J. Oh, they are getting down in these comments, and I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. Well, yeah, okay, we'll give it that. We'll give the sex tape because that was the boom, the big bang thing. We'll give it okay.
That.
Which, by the way, was a horrible job, but
it was awful. It was so boring to watch.
Yeah.
Just put that out there.
They said she was high too. They said she was on some pills too, so she was high too. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You want these?
Okay, so hopefully, you know, Kanye is able to share his story as much as Kim is able to. I mean, they're both in the limelight, and Kanye's worth more money, I believe, than Kim anyway.
I don't think
from his clothing line alone, I believe.
I don't think he's gonna be talking about this. I think her dumb ass will.
Yeah, she will, but because he just said that kind of clear the air on his part. I don't think he's going to keep talking about it because he got moves to make. He ain't got time for it.
There you go.
Time.
He gonna bounce back so hard. Like
he gonna bring some. I can't wait till new music come out for him. I'm just dying for some new damn music from him, and it's gonna be the bomb.
But now Kim got what
her out his damn
with
system.
him that she gonna be stuck with. So when you got money, I guess you're not really stuck, right?
She got
right.
Yeah, she ain't stuck. Everybody gonna help her.
And the thing, they had a lot of differences too when it comes to raising their kids. She wanted to put makeup on their daughter, and he was just like, "Hell no, we ain't gonna do that stuff," you know.
Yeah.
So they just weren't compatible.
That's gonna be a conflict. That is gonna be a conflict. That is gonna be a conflict. That is a conflict when it comes to them doggone girls.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the ceiling.
Yeah. He kind of messed up.
It's gonna end up with you do what you want to do in your house. I do what I want to do in my house. And it is what it is. Let's I mean, if you can't come on the same accord under the same roof, then what's gonna happen when y'all split? Come on now. Everyone's gonna be doing whatever they want to do in their own home, in their own situation. So that's what we have to say about Kanye. We wish him all the best, though. Hopefully, he finds the healing that he needs. Because I believe that man needs some healing. Absolutely.
Somebody shooting a shot at Kanye in the comments, so I hope he's watching.
He's gonna take you all the way off the real mama, real problems. Gonna take you off the head. Sugar, right? She got you.
Okay.
Because she got the power. She got the power in the poom.
There you go.
In the poom.
She got the power in the poom. She gonna heal all of that.
Right? Real say he not crazy. He is crazy. He's definitely crazy.
Real. I agree with you, Real.
Why?
I mean, you don't do this too often, but I agree. He ain't crazy.
Do you think when he say that, I feel like he's saying like he's pretending or he's doing shenanigans, or are you just saying he's just being authentically himself and that's not crazy?
No, I do think when he ran for president, he was crazy.
I know he has like episodes where he kind of like flips out, but I don't think he's like certified out of his mind, don't know what he's doing with his life. Like it's a method to his madness. He's just not the Kanye that we knew when he first came on the scene. He's a whole new different type of.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say
alcoholic,
crazy.
Crazy.
I wouldn't even say that. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
As long as y'all not saying he's pretending with his shenanigans. Okay, I thought that's what you were saying. Well, he's authentic. Ain't nothing crazy. Okay, I thought y'all were saying he's pretending. Well, I agree. I agree with the three
to the core. He is a whole new different Kanye than what we known him to be, and he's just being his authentic self. I think.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
He's just, I mean, there are people out there. There are people out there.
When he said he gonna run for president, I was like, "Nah, this fool. I don't think he's run for president."
if Caitlyn, I mean, what's her
Oh
name?
yeah,
One for
yeah,
president.
Caitlyn,
One from
Caitlyn,
Caitlyn Jenner.
or
Is she
Trump.
running for?
Trump can run for
If they can run
president.
for president, so can
Trump
Kanye.
Trump was just as
Yeah.
crazy too,
Yeah.
and the crazy people that voted for him were even crazier. It was a whole
Hey,
crazy
speaking of
vote.
that, we ain't got no gas. Did
Thank you.
anybody blame Trump for that or Biden? Which one we blaming? I just want
Trump.
to know.
I didn't hear nothing about Biden about
V.
the
Trump. We gonna blame Trump. No gas.
period.
Okay.
You ain't even hear from them. Because if Trump
They
Okay.
can't
bad
keep
juju.
blaming Obama for stuff, then we can keep blaming Trump for stuff.
So we got to
Facts.
keep going. Okay.
We gotta
I'm
Facts.
keep
just
it
wondering who we
simple.
landed. Who we gonna land a
Every
plane on?
everything that goes wrong going forward for the next 4 years is gonna be Trump to blame.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Because
He left Biden in
Biden,
a mess.
he just got there. So
He
he
trying
just
to clean up
cleaning
the mess.
up.
Yeah, he just got
Biden's
here.
trying to clean
Yeah,
up
Right.
Trump's mess.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Facts. Okay, so
And that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
amen. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. Take a shot, y'all.
Mm.
Okay. So next hot topic of the night is Mr. Deshaun Watson. So we already talked about him, didn't we? And we were like, oh,
Yeah,
people
we
are
did talk about
crazy.
Deshaun Watson, and I
Here
felt
go
bad for the
Andrea.
brother.
And
You know,
we
I
talked
was
about people,
you know what?
yeah, people are being a bit crazy. We thought, they're always trying to go after the stars and things like that. But now I'm not too certain. Okay, so latest is we got 22 women that have come forward and are accusing of Mr. Watson of sexual misconduct. Okay, they had a meeting with his attorneys. They've met with the NFL. The NFL apparently didn't treat them good and just kind of laughed it off and just kind of wants to throw money at them. And they are refusing to settle. Not one of the 22 women are accepting a settlement. So, does this change our minds on whether or not Mr. Deshaun Watson is guilty of these allegations? Or do we still feel that he is innocent of these allegations? Ladies, I want to hear what y'all think about that.
Andrea, go ahead. That's your
Right.
boy.
Right.
Yeah, Andrea.
You know what? Yes, the Deshaun Watson is my boy, and I'm still sticking to my story. I still feel it where smoke is fire. Okay, I still like that Houston, Texas is behind this bullshit because Deshaun Watson won't out, and I really believe that one that found this bullshit so Deshaun Watson can stay in Houston. Okay, I really believe in Texas is so mad because a black man said I want out. You promised me when I wanted, and you didn't deliver, and I want out. Okay, so I feel like these are Trump charges. They are but Deshaun Watson behind. Okay, but I still find it is why in America that a black man can't even get a we innocent until proven guilty. What it is, we gotta prove our he's guilty, and then he gotta prove that he's innocent. And I still have problems.
Let me tell you why. Because ain't nobody that is innocent gonna pay nobody for lies. I ain't offering you a damn dime because you are a liar. And you ain't gonna get a dime
I'm just saying
of my money. You are trying to settle with 22 women, throwing out thousands, I'm sure, of dollars at these women. Because you know your ass, you a man. You know your ass done did some dirty, low down, nasty stuff to these women. Don't play.
They probably liked it.
Well, yeah, they probably will participate because
it's only dirty and low down when they moved on.
But you know what? Listen. He is a celebrity. He needs to protect his back better than that. Just because you got money, don't mean people gonna shut up. They gonna come for your money. So you dumb as hell.
True.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hate when I always, like I said in the beginning, when a victim comes out, I want to listen. I'm all ears for the victim until we can prove, that they're not telling the truth, because a lot of times we just discredit, people, and that's why people do not come forward. That's why it takes them years, because everyone they're afraid of the backlash, and they're just like, is it even worth it? So 22 women, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of women. That's in different situations.
I just feel sorry for people that are involved in that lifestyle, where you have everybody throwing it at you every day in a different city, and you just all these people and all this alcohol and drugs, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And
but that's why I feel like, especially in the NFL, our black brothers in the NFL need to get some damn mentors, okay, some old school cats to be in the NFL, and tell they dumbasses, don't do this stupid shit. Cause this is the shit's gonna happen to you. Look at Deshaun Watson. He could be on the commissioner zip thing. He cannot play football for a whole year if they find this shit is going down. I'm just saying. Every time we see a black man, always get in trouble over this stupid shit.
So you think he innocent?
Yeah.
Do I think Deshaun Watson is a little innocent? Hell yeah, I do. I'm not saying he did 22 women. Do I think that it might be one or two, but I don't think it's damn 22. Okay, but I do think that Houston, Texas, I'm just keeping it 100. He was with them for almost 2 years. So you mean tell me he know? Look, I watch my boy Stephen A. Smith. They know you drinking. They know you smoking. They know they got FBI agents watching y'all dumbasses. So you mean to tell me they didn't know this? Okay, when your first year in Houston, the second year in Houston, but the third year that I want out, I'm tired of y'all. Y'all ain't doing right. Here come the women. Come on now, that's fire.
Let me tell you what you're not gonna do. You ain't gonna come from my state now.
Yeah, I wanted to piggyback off of that. I was waiting on Andrea to get it off her chest, baby, to say it with her chest. But I'm really not sure how real even knows all of these athletes that were there, because no one in Texas recognizes Houston as a team other than, the Rockets get a little something, but in football, it's definitely the Cowgirls.
Absolutely. 100%.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If R. Kelly can be accused of multiple women, and all these multiple women can come out and say,
I believe it.
Why we can't do the same thing for Watson?
Facts.
22.
So if you're gonna say somebody's problematic, you're gonna be problematic in college. You're gonna be problematic. They're gonna
maybe his life just turned on. R. Kelly got problematic at some point. It gotta start somewhere.
I will not believe this unless you're gonna show me this. You cannot tell me that I'm an ESPN junkie. I watched Deshaun Watson in college. He played for Clemson. I know the team. You cannot tell me that he's in college and he doing all this stupid shit. You ain't gonna tell me. So you can't tell me he's problematic in college and then when he get in the NFL, he problematic in the NFL. Nope, hell no. So if you're problematic in college, you're problematic in the NFL. The pattern is gonna follow you to the NFL.
New levels, new devils. The more money, more problems. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. Like it starts somewhere, and it gradually, it just. I've seen the best of the best turn, into the worst, and it just like you can get involved. Sometimes life, just comes at you, and it could be too much, and maybe he's just too exposed, and that's because of the people around him. Yeah. And that's the people around him.
And everybody believe that Michael Jackson did it. And look at all these people that came out, but Michael Jackson didn't do it.
And I say this. I say you cannot tell me if Deshaun Watson. This is my thing, and I'm gonna say this. If this was Deshaun Watson his first year, if you told me he done this his first year, I said okay, I'm gonna go with you. But you may tell me it's FBI. The NFL is a powerful shield. Okay, they protect their damn brand. They got FBI agents. They got police officers following them brothers. So you cannot tell me Deshaun Watson did not do this his first year, his second year, but a third year. I'm saying there is smoke, there's a fire. Somebody is behind this machine, and mad because Deshaun Watson won't out. And when a black man said he won't out, this is the shit come down from him. I'm just saying.
No, it could have been a protection thing too. Like, we don't know. We just found out when he became what we're calling problematic. So we don't know what he was doing, because people hide things for people, especially people with money or potential, a lot easier than they would for us regular folk.
Now, when it comes to the NFL, they have if they let me tell you something. If NFL know you got a drug problem, they know you got a domestic violence problem, they know you got a drinking problem, they know you got a sister problem, a mama problem. They know your mama and you won't get along, and so they know all that shit when they bring you into the phone. So they know all your business. So I'm just saying, if Deshaun Watson had this, it was an investigation went down, and the NFL know it. You cannot tell me, and I'm gonna fight to death.
I never said they didn't know it. I don't think they ever said they didn't know it. The women are now coming forward, and now they have to speak on it.
I agree.
And then there comes accountability, right? So if I was NFL, I pretend to be oblivious, like, and deal with whatever. These women are the ones we need to see about this, and then I'm not gonna go see a victim about them trying to, talk about their experience. Like,
I think it's hard as well, and I think it's really touchy. You got to tread lightly, right? Because imagine if you put yourself in the victim's shoes, and you really did experience this, right? And you really did have these awful experiences with these men, and people are calling you a liar. How are you gonna feel about it?
And what at the end of the day, I get it and I understand, and I'm not trying to say no victim, but damn it, I see too many of my brothers are getting accused of bullshit, and I'm calling it bullshit, and the women are
That's because they doing bullshit. Let's be real.
I'm not saying, honey, I am not saying my brothers are all points. I'm not saying that they do stupid shit. They do. But I'm just saying, yes, they do.
Stupid. Money make them real stupid. Okay. And
yes.
A lot of them do stupid ass stuff. Why are we as black men? I get like we protect them, even when all the signs are there and you can see it in your face. We still protecting them. Why? If they do wrong, they do wrong.
I feel like Andrea is vested because she knows him. She's seen his career. She's grown to love him outside of what we have, because we don't know him.
I'm not saying this. I'm not talking about Deshaun Watson as the athlete. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson as a son.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him.
His mother.
His mother got. I watched his story with him coming. His mother got acid thrown on her face from a man that she loved.
I saw the story.
But there's an issue. I'm gonna say this. There isn't it just because you can watch documentaries on people or follow their careers, it really don't mean that you know them, right? It doesn't. It doesn't mean that. So we can't. I think the best thing is to remain just neutral until facts come out, because we don't want to make this is the internet, man. We don't want to make people, if they really are victims, shame on us for discrediting another woman out there that's being taken advantage of in some way, And I get it, when you watch these people on TV and you learn a lot about them, and then there's a connection there and a bond there, I see, but it shouldn't be so heavy to where we have to kind of just all the way have his back no matter what or go up, because then what if we wrong,
Yeah, but what about okay, so but nobody never. I have a son, okay, and maybe I'm different. I have a son, and then I feel I say this, and me and my girlfriend had this conversation. We all got sons. Some of these women are coming after our sons and doing it, but nobody ain't saying nothing about them. But we don't speak on the man. But what about them?
Yeah,
are doing damage to the sons? That's a problem.
Yeah, and I think we do talk about that, especially when it goes back all the way back to Emmett Till. Everybody's just look at how that lady just admitted she lied, and there is no secret that these women, especially women that are not of our race are out there, making it rough for these men. But the onus is also on the men to stop going over there and fooling around like that. Like if you already know, that you got this stigma on you and, these people can take advantage of you, you got to move in a different way. You just got to learn to protect
Okay.
yourself.
Now, actually, because I had a conversation with a friend today, and he
Mhm.
said this. So he said it's two worlds. It's two worlds in there. It's one for black and it's one for whites. So what y'all saying is Deshaun Watson is the black man. He should have known better because he should have known it's two worlds, one for blacks and one for whites. Is that what y'all saying?
I'm not saying he should have known better. I'm saying that he should have taken that into consideration with his endeavors.
I think everyone needs to. Like, I think that like, you can't be naive to a situation. You know if you're doing something wrong, right? So if a woman doesn't like to be touched in a certain way, if a woman says no, you need to teach your boys that means no. It is what it is. It's done. That's a no. Okay? Because you keep going and further because it's fun or it feels good. You keep going further, your ass gonna end up in a position that you don't want to be in, and then you're gonna be like, "But she liked it." No, you didn't listen to the
I
words that
mean,
came out of her mouth
yeah.
when she said no. So my thing is, it's not that I'm trying to go after the black man, or I don't believe that black men can be victims sometimes of some women just coming after them, because I feel like they can. But my thing is that at some point we have to take responsibility to not put ourselves in these situations in the first place.
So unfortunately, we were brought over here under those pretenses, unfortunately. So this is just not we didn't come steal this land and take over and create all the rules and regulations. So we just were told to abide by it. Here's your piece of paper, abide by it. So when you're brought over here and put into a culture and into a situation, you have to play by other people's rules, and that's on us or our the people before us that didn't create that environment to where rules we were written into these constitutions or amendments or whatever they put in place. So nobody ever got the laws really changed. The ones that were doing it got killed off, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. So now we're just stuck, and now shit, my generation just out here with their skirt up in the wind, doing whatever, right? And so now he's stuck. He's stuck in with this unfortunate situation where he's not gonna get that same pity. White women don't get the same pity that black women never get, right? We gotta raise our kids and be taught be what they call us combative and defiant and angry or whatever. But the white woman could be the damsel in distress. That's just the way that this culture is. And so unfortunately he's involved in this culture, and that's why I say that he needs to be cognizant of that when he's deciding to step over that line and participate with these women and whatever kind of activities he's doing. But it's sad. I get what your friend is telling you, Andrea, that like, why should he have to be the one to look at it? Why can't they look at it like, oh, it's a black man, I better not mess with him? They don't have to
Right.
think about anything. But unfortunately, society is made like that. And until we get more people standing up and continuing to try to change these laws and make this world a place where everyone can exist, and it's not just black and white. I hate when we make it about that, because there are other race. I don't know if anybody else
For
knows this, but
real.
there are other races here, and
Absolutely.
there's Asian, Hispanic. There's a lot of other races here that have same stigmas. Like you got the let's say Mexicans down here in Texas. They mow grass and clean houses and stuff like that or whatever, and so they're talked about in a way or looked at in a way, but until people start, trying to integrate rules and regulations and make it a fair territory for us, we have to be mindful that we can at any point be cut off
Right.
from our dreams and everything just because of how we look. And
And
it's
I
all
think
over
last
Netflix.
time, and I think that last time when we talked about it, right, we didn't have the same feeling that we're probably having today, because
Hmm.
at first it was like two women. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's like when there's only like one or two. Okay, you can think, oh, well, maybe it's just them coming for his money or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You have a different feeling. But now it's 22, and my thing is, if it was about the money, these women would settle. they're not settling. That adds more depth to the story.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes not settling could be just the amount is not right, you know?
Yeah.
It may be too many hands in the pot, and they may.
Anybody got a price. I personally think anybody got a price. It's got to be what the is.
But if you really wanted it to go away, you'd be like, "What's your price?" The NFL don't to make it go away. The NFL don't want all this press on this. The NFL wants to make it hush and get it out the door. They got the money. They can pay these women, but if the women aren't accepting the settlement, then there's a problem. Yeah. I'm just saying, look, I don't know if he's guilty, if he's not guilty, but I'm just saying the strength in numbers. And these numbers seem to be rising.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to think like,
you said something about how, this is the third season or whatever, he's been working, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it takes a minute for the money to make you stupid. It don't necessarily make you stupid right at the beginning. Now he comfortable. Now he good. Sometimes it takes a minute. Just some people jump off right at the front and they just stupid as hell. But some people are kind of smart with it. And you're going to wait till you settled and you in a good position, and get your name out there. So I don't know. And his story is sad. Don't get me wrong. Like, lots of people have stories. Lots of people have situations. Look at R. Kelly. He was molested by his uncle. Lots of people have stories and have these situations that are sad. But still. And I love R. Kelly. I love his music. But I still feel type of way. I'm like, hell to the no. It's not okay.
It's unfortunate. That exposure, that world is dangerous. And if you it could suck you up, right? If you're not mentally strong and prepared and you don't have the right team or people around you, because you got to think his mom is not there with him when these women are around, I know his mom is strong and she's going to protect her baby at all costs. But when them lights go out and the club open up and the drinks get to flying and drugs get to going, like, it's just it's a new hell you in, right? And who knows the lengths you'll go, that night, or what you would do and what things you can't even explain or remember,
And those egos.
Yeah, and then and who's to say these some of those 22 women, maybe some that have tried to shoot their shot and he wasn't receptive, so now they want to come in and just try to see him go down. So it's just way too gray right now for me. It's way too gray, and these things better have some kind of tangible proof that something was going on instead of wasting our time,
right?
And
the one thing is where's the charges at? I mean, he still ain't been up on charges. So
that's what I'm saying. They better have some kind of. I don't think they have proof because you can't charge somebody if you don't have.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So this is what I'm saying is now the women can say all this, but the only person who's gonna be losing in the end is Deshaun Watson, because if this don't clear up, Deshaun Watson might not play for the whole season. He might be on the commissioner's exempt list.
Yeah, and you know what? And hopefully the people behind him will take notice of what's going on and use this, in their endeavors when they out here wilding out with these our European counterparts, and maybe he's going through this and falling on the sword so someone else can live a really great, healthy life.
No, because another black man's gonna do shit.
Hey, it's true. Maybe we don't know. Sure. I hope. You know what? I hope that the charges are not true, and I hope that he gets to continue with his football career. But if they are true, and his football career is over, there are consequences to every action.
So Jason is asking what should happen to these women if they're just blowing smoke and, it comes out that they're not telling the truth.
Well, I personally think Deshaun Watson should sue their asses, but if they got no damn money, what he gonna get out of their asses?
I'd take them for what they have.
Scandalizing his damn name.
I would just make it painful for them because he can afford it. I would.
I'd take them for what they have.
They'll never do that mess again to somebody else, and I clear my
and their rep will be tarnished. So
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can't walk
So,
around the block no more like they used to.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll be following the
Hmm.
story. We'll continue to cover it and
Yep.
see what happens.
It'll be new developments. Okay.
Okay, guys. So I don't know if everybody has caught up with Red Table Talk. However, Red Table Talk was a very interesting episode this week. And they talk about the invisible black woman. But it can also be the invisible colored woman, if you ask me.
Yes.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna talk about it just a little bit. If and this isn't against. So I just want the men in the chat to be aware that this isn't a female empowerment movement. All fans of the females. I think that men have issues too, and I think that they need to discuss those on their platforms as they see fit when they feel that they have issues as well. We're just acknowledging the fact that these are some issues that women have faced and have seen, and we're just going to talk about it for a second. So basically there was a couple of black women that came on the panel with Jada Pinkett Smith and her family, and they talked about situations in which the black woman or the colored woman has been made to feel invisible. And it was very touching to hear some of the ladies' stories because real don't leave. It was really touching to hear some of the ladies' stories because it's like, wow, this really happens, and this is a situation which is just getting from bad to worse, and people need to bring more light to it, right? So one of the situations that happened, for those of you that don't know, was that there was this black female. She was on a plane with an airline, and somebody had stopped breathing. And they called on the telecom to say they need a medical professional to come and help. And the lady was stopping the air hostess. Now, the air hostess basically brushed her off and was like, I'm sorry, I don't have time right now. We've got a medical emergency. I'm sorry, I got to go. And whatever. And she's like, you're going to behave, right? You're going to behave. The lady kind of looked at her like, wait, what? So then the telecom comes again. They're asking for all medical professionals to come, blah, 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 to make themselves known. So she puts the light on the plane and waves down the flight attendant. So the flight attendant finally comes up and she's just like, oh, you're a medical professional. And she was like, yes, I'm a doctor. And she was like, I was trying to flag you down before. The lady basically turns around and says, she turns around and she basically says, oh, well, what are you doing on this plane? Where are you going? What are your credentials? What do you do? And she just basically gives this black woman a whole hard time whilst this man can't breathe and is asking her all of these questions. And she's like, I don't have my credentials. I don't have any ID on me for my medical stuff because I'm on vacation. I mean, why would I carry that? So anyway, a Caucasian man gets up from the front of the plane and he's walking towards the back. And then the flight attendant says to the black lady, oh, he's a doctor and he's got his credentials with him. And then they go and proceed to go and deal with the man in the back of the plane. So I just want to hear what people's thoughts are on this situation. It's very sad and the lady looked very much like a doctor. Like she had a doctor look, you know what I mean? Like she didn't look ghetto or anything like that. You know, she was well kept, you know. So it's really sad that there are still people like that exist and do not believe that black women can do, or colored women of color, can be in these types of positions, especially when there's an emergency going on. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you believe that colored people are sometimes made invisible in this world that we live in?
Yes, I do.
I think we're made invisible for the things that matter.
Yeah.
But not for the foolishness.
Yeah. And I just don't understand. Is she put her if it was an emergency, she put the light up and let the lady know I'm a doctor. What the problem was, like the flight attendant lady just blushed her off like she wasn't nobody. Like you couldn't even see the woman. She had to do it twice. Now I'm about to get mad. What if he died on this damn plane? I could have saved his damn life.
Right.
Okay, so I just read the article before we came on the show. And y'all already know I'm coming from another side. And I'm going to say this, so y'all get ready to come for me.
Oh.
She needed to... Oh, hold on. My dogs are barking. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Okay. People walking by my window. But I think that she was asked to provide credentials. When you have a medical situation on a plane and you let someone that just claims to be Jesus show up and heal the sick and raise the dead, and that does not happen when that plane lands, your airline is in trouble legally. So she didn't say, ma'am, you're black, you can't help us. She asked for credentials. And the white man had his credentials.
Okay, so did the white man have his credentials because he going to a medical conference? I'm just asking some questions.
No,
so
you carry that on you when you're a practicing physician. You're supposed to carry that on you, in your thing.
I seen Dr. Oz up in the airport in New York, and he didn't have his damn credentials, but he saved a man's life. I'm just asking some questions.
No. You can save a life. I said she asked as a worker when you're on duty and working. Mm-hmm. It was the stewardess. It was her. Her duty was to be sure that whoever is letting someone touch and fool around with you, that they are qualified to. Because if they're not, just think if that was you up there choking and some random person's like, oh, I'm a doctor, and they come up there and then they do something that messes you up or takes you further into whatever your situation is, and now you're messed up for life. Like, that's a big ass lawsuit. And if you can't just let random ass people come touch people, like, you know what I mean? And I think that she just wanted to know if she had credentials, and then someone that actually had credentials was there. I think we're making a thing here. And you know what? As many situations as we do have as Black people, I don't think this is one. I don't think we need to make this about race. And I just think we're reaching here. Like, she didn't say Black lady.
I will say that it was confirmed that is the airline's policy to get credentials. She did say that is their policy. She found out later on that it was their policy to get credentials. And when she did complain about it, they offered her a free drink on the next flight.
Was it an alcoholic beverage at least, or
I think
was it a Coke?
But they offered her that. However, what had happened was, which is why the airline now, they have taken different procedures into account, and they have changed the way they do things. What had happened afterwards is, I think she tweeted it or she made a post about it, and P. Diddy saw the post, reposted it, and that thing went viral in seconds. And that got the attention of the airline, because at first they were just trying to brush it off and obviously just offer her a drink and apologize. But then it went viral, and now then the airline decided to do something about it. I see what if
that's their policy. If that's their policy, then she had a right to say, "Where's your credentials?" I don't have a problem with that. If that's their policy.
I would have hoped that it didn't even have to be a policy though. Like, random ass people can't be out here trying to do stuff to people, like, and you not be protected on somebody's plane. Like, we don't know as much. We got terrorists on planes, flying them in the buildings. Like, y'all gotta know, like, you can't just be out here trusting people or whatever.
I see what you're saying, but Nick, I'm just going to be honest, right? If I'm on a plane and there's a medical emergency and they're asking for a medical professional, I'm not getting my ass up off my chair to tell nobody I'm about to help you. I can help. I ain't gonna do that. That's not my field. That's
you.
Not my.
That's you. You're not a terrorist. Guess what? We have those. Like, everybody's not good. Everybody doesn't have the best intentions at heart. You know, I'm just saying, like, there, the lady needed her credentials, and I mean, there could have been a thing like, well, because there are people that know Heimlich, or whatever, that don't have, medical degrees or whatever or whatnot. So, or they're just regular like caretakers, nurses, and things like that could have helped because it was a choking situation, but. I think that they do. First of all, the flight attendants, that's their names. They are trained to deal with people that are choking. Like some things they are trained to do medical. So I'm feeling like this situation had to be beyond what I guess they could have done. And so then they were looking for somebody who's credible. And I don't, man, out of all the stuff we can say that's like racist.
I see what you're saying. I think the part of the story, and I think that was the most part. The first part is when she just brushed her off. Like when she was trying to get her attention, she was trying to stop her, and she completely brushed her off. And it's like you're asking, like you're making an announcement. Of course, I'm not going to call you and ask you for a drink right now. I'm letting you know I'm a medical professional, but you dismiss it because I'm too dark, maybe, or you just dismiss it because you think I'm bothering you, rather than actually just taking a second to listen and find out what I'm calling you about. Now, if it's not important, obviously you keep moving and you keep going on. But had she known that, what if the man died? And the whole time you sitting here talking to me, I could have been doing something else. You're giving me a hard time for no reason. I'm not saying we always got to pull the race card because y'all know how I feel about that. I do feel a certain way about the race card always being pulled. But I just think in that situation, that woman looked at her as if she wasn't good enough to be a doctor. I'm just gonna say it.
I did see her like cutting her off, and like, man, we don't have time for that or something. Like he can help us because he's more suitable or something like that. I was reading. Yeah, I still have it up, but yeah.
I don't think that's okay. That's not okay. I don't think that's okay. I mean, something could have happened. The man could have lost his life. And
if you're gonna be you just, the moral of the story is carry your shit on you. You know what I mean? That way,
if you gonna be professional. I mean, I know you're on vacation, but still carry your credentials.
Yeah.
I feel two ways about it. Like I was saying, like the credentials. If you don't, if I don't have my credentials with me, I'm not going to volunteer, no matter how much I want to save a life. Like I didn't bring my credentials with me for a reason. You know what I mean? Not saying that
right.
I'm not going to help somebody in need. It's like really dire, but I do have to take responsibility. I mean, I can't operate on nobody, and I can't prove that I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, or in the same breath, I feel like because of the interaction before her being dismissed as a doctor is what made the situation stink a little bit, because she was trying to get the woman's attention and saying, hey, I'm a doctor. And the attendant was like, girl, no, sit down. We don't need you. We're not doing this right now. I got to save a life. And she didn't stop to be like, oh, are you? You know what I mean? And it wasn't until she came back again and was like, well, do you have your credentials? You know? Meanwhile, this man said, I'm here choking. And we're going back and forth.
Choking.
We need to be doing something else, not this. But then I guess they ended up finding someone more qualified who had his credentials. And I guess it also stung too because he was a white man. So I think that's what the whole situation is as a whole.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the second lady that also was on the show? Let me talk about that for a split second. So we had another lady that was on the show. She decided that she was pregnant and she wanted to have her baby where she could get the best medical care in her city. And she went to one of the upscale doctors and hospital staff, where they usually tend to more white people than obviously minorities. So that's what she wanted. You pay a little extra, you feel like you're going to get catered to, or you're going to get treated better up there. She goes, she's in pain, she's bleeding, she's sitting down, she's crying in the waiting room. Everybody's ignoring her for a very long time. She eventually gets seen, And they told her, oh, there's nothing, spotting is normal, don't worry about it, you're fine, go home, relax, chill. It's a false alarm, like there's nothing going on. Okay, so she goes back home. That's one day. She goes back home. The next day, same thing. She's still bleeding. She's crying. She's in a lot of pain, etc., etc. She goes back. Same treatment the next day, but she basically kind of fights them to do a scan. Like, I really need a scan. Get me a scan. Like, something isn't right. Like, and pushes them to do a scan. They do a scan, and then they find on the scan what looks like 3 babies, but she's only having 1 baby, and they find that she has 2 tumors inside of her. Okay. Eventually she ends up basically having to deliver the baby early, and she delivers the baby, and the baby dies after minutes after taking its first breath. It just dies pretty much automatically straight away. It was too soon for the baby to be born. Had they stopped and taken more time in care with her the first time, they would have known that she was in labor, because it turned out that she was in labor for like 2 days. Had they stopped and taken care, they could have prevented that from happening and given her the medication that she needed. But instead, she was just kind of pawned off. And then what she got after the fact later on was a phone call from one of the nursing staff that called her and said there was nothing we could do anyway.
Oh. So,
what about that situation?
That's insensitive. As somebody who has had, what I think it was, she was having a miscarriage, and she probably would have had it anyway. When you get to bleeding like that, to be honest, it's just like, at that point, it's like not a good sign, not a good chance. Some people come out of it, most don't, you know what I'm saying? When you're bleeding like that early on, but she definitely shouldn't have had to fight for a service, even if the baby would have died anyway. The baby should have died when she asked for that damn scan, and they should have, then, operated on her and take the baby just to try to save, do what they can. But that's unfortunate. Now, I do hear a lot of horror stories about Black women needing medical care and are not given it at the right time, even so far as to on the conspiracy side, where they're saying that, they're wanting our babies to, harvest from anyway. So, but I don't know if that's true or not. Just putting it out there.
I've been in that position with my first child. I know, because the hospital that I was having my baby at, they said you had to be like between 5 and 6 centimeters, and I was in so much pain that we went to the hospital the first night. They was like, "Oh no, you ain't ready." They sent me back home. But the second night, I guess I must have had a lot of strength in me that I broke the towel rack. And my ex-husband's like, "Okay, now we going to the hospital," because I was like, "Look, I'm in pain and they ain't listening. We going to," and I broke it heavily. And then he was like, "Okay, going to the hospital." But I feel like sometimes they don't pay attention or listen to us. And sometimes when I go to the hospital, I'll ask for a Black doctor. I sure will. Like, my doctor that delivered my baby was an African man, but I'll ask for a Black doctor, because sometimes I feel like they don't listen to us. They always want to like give me some damn Motrin, and that's not helping me. So I do think it's us women are in, Black women or colored women are in pain, and they don't listen to us. And I think sometimes they think our pain tolerance is high.
Yeah, we strong, we queen.
But my thing is, okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm sure an emergency sign for anything within the medical field is bleeding. And from what the sounds of things was, like, I mean, they're saying, oh, spotting is normal. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Whatever, right? But the amount of blood that was on the chair, they had to remove the chair and everything. That wasn't spotting.
No.
Everybody knows the difference between spotting and bleeding. And there's a woman in the waiting room that is crying and is bleeding from her vagina, who's pregnant And you don't see
Right.
that as an urgent situation to take care of straight away. You'll see everybody else and their mamas before you go and deal with that situation.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
sad.
that's sad. It's really sad. And I don't know.
See, how far
Miscarriage
along
or
was she?
not,
Because
I don't think.
Jason's asking some good questions, but I'm not even really sure how far along was she. Because he asked about what about the doctors prior to that incident? What about the treatment from
They
them? Why
didn't
didn't they catch
say.
something? They didn't see
They
the
didn't
tumors.
say.
But then, depending, yeah. So to Jason's question, they don't really. If you're too new, they don't take your pregnancy serious most of the time until you're like going into your second trimester anyway.
Yeah.
They're not gonna see you. They're not gonna scan you. This is normal. Like they wouldn't even scan me. And when you're bleeding, like my doctor even just did the same thing. Like send me home. Like, well, this is not good. You are pregnant. There's a baby there, but it's not looking good. You're gonna miscarry, and you can either let us do it or your body can do it. Which one you choose? So that's the way they treated me. And I just went home and miscarried. Like, what do you do? But then I did go see my doctor when I was doing my fertility, pulling out my egg, and she was trying to save it. So she started pumping me up with like progesterone hormones to kind of keep it. And then she said, well, but it didn't do anything but prolong the inevitable, to be honest with you. And it happened anyway. So I feel like that made Jason be what had happened. Like, I don't think they don't put you on bed rest at anywhere, that early. You get on bed rest once, that baby's on its own, and
Well, see, I don't know because okay, so for instance, my best friend, right? She went into labor early, and they did prolong her.
no, early, like you're before your second trimester, like
I think she
you're
was further down. I
like
think she was
12
further
weeks.
into it.
So what I was speaking about was when you're like 12 weeks, you're before they can even see the baby. So what it sounds like is she was too early she wasn't far along, because if the baby had to come out and couldn't even take a breath or whatever, I feel like she wasn't far enough along to get to where she could be put on bed rest and where she could get these scans and stuff, because they don't do that until that baby's off of I forgot the name of it, but it's something that you do for the baby when it's new, and then it has to attach, and then some hormone starts kicking in for them to start doing whatever they do on their own. It's been so long since I've been through that, and I got a lot of mental blocks. But it's what it is that you have to be like, I think it's like past 12 weeks, and then they start like, okay, this is a real pregnancy, because most women statistically miscarry. Most women don't even know that they're pregnant and miscarry because they think it's a period that comes on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I really don't think she probably was far enough, because that bleeding and stuff came for me super early, and it looks like a massacre, but it's not.
See, I don't know because from the sound of what she was talking about, I think she was closer to the end. Not that like right at the end, because she did say it was still early, but I think she was definitely like probably second halfway through her second trimester. I don't think she was like in the first trimester.
Like the weeks. Okay.
I think she was like further along. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but
we have to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
because then
situation.
If she was further along, hell yeah, they should have been scanning her. And I don't even think, I think they should be shut down. They could be shut down if they didn't render her aid,
Yeah.
So she definitely, if she was further than whatever that mark is, because girl, they be treating you like when you newly pregnant, like girl, go home. They want to.
That's why they always say don't tell no one till after the first trimester, right? Till you get your second trimester, and then it's safe to say.
Because they only see you once a month during the first trimester.
Yeah, Jason, I don't know about that, but yeah, we will further investigate and come back to you guys, because we have another topic.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jason, that's what they said. They said that the baby like took its first breath, and then the baby died after, like.
I mean, when they come out, it'll breathe. Like it could be a little slimy snail. It'll breathe. It'll do something, and
we'll see. But this is how Black women are feeling. They're feeling that we're basically brushed
Yeah.
aside because we're not as important because we are invisible in certain situations. So I just
Mhm.
wanted, and a lot of women encounter this where they feel that we are invisible. And it's not just Black women. That's why I say colored women. That's why they called it the invisible Black woman on the show. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you talk about it, it's colored women. It's not just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black women that are affected by this, and it happens all the time. So, and I'm the first person to tell you I hate when people be calling the race card, but I do feel that there are lots of situations in which
Oh
potentially
yeah.
Black women are looked over
Mhm.
because we cannot possibly be or do these certain things. So that's one thing I definitely wanted to touch on because I think it was an important topic to touch on. And it was a really good show. If anyone gets a moment to go and watch the Red Table Talk, then I would definitely tell you to go and catch up on it because it was a really nice show actually that they did this week. Um, the last topic, I left the biggest topic of the discussion like last, and because this lady has got social media going crazy, and we gonna talk about Miss Porsha Williams and Simon Gubadia, I think is how you say his last name. I'm not too sure to how to
Me neither.
pronounce it. Gubadia, something like that. Um, Porsha Williams is engaged, y'all. Like,
Yay.
yay! She done did it. She did it. Um, there's a lot of rumors going around that Portia's pregnant. There are a lot of rumors going around that she stole someone else's man because I think either his divorce just got finalized a month ago or something along those
No,
lines. But it was about a month ago.
that
No,
settlement he
January.
have settled. He have settled, but the divorce is not final until next year in November. He has settled the agreement of payment. The divorce won't be final until next year in November.
I thought it was this November. Dang, that's a long time.
Yeah, this November coming up. We in May. We in May. We got May. We got all the other months. And we still
Shit,
November.
if they've settled, there's no need for it to take that long.
No,
They can go and get
it's
that
the state
into.
of Georgia. No, they have this girl. It's crazy. I looked at that transcript. They go through hell and high water to get divorced. It's bad.
Oh
Like
my God.
it's all these damn negotiations and meetings and
Yes.
it's all kind of stuff in between. It's nothing like Texas. Nothing like
I'm
Texas.
about to say, because I'm like, you can go and get a divorce. I mean,
Yeah, I think back in April, was it, Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, April or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
where they even petitioned.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I filed
here
for a
we are.
divorce in
Uh-huh.
2012. I filed for a divorce in 2012, and my divorce wasn't finalized until 2013. It just takes certain states longer than others, I guess. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
guess
Shade
so.
Room has the transcript of, but it's crazy. Like all these different meetings they have to have, like their mediations. They're in there like twice, and
yeah,
it's just a bunch of stuff in between, like final decree, and that's crazy to me.
But he said, but okay, so wait, I want to get the timelines right. So the divorce either was filed or settled in January. And then Porsha says that they got together a month ago. She has nothing to do with their divorce. It's got nothing to do with her. That is his situation and what he's going through. And they're now in this new relationship. So,
Hmm.
what are y'all's thoughts? So, and then, okay, his ex wife. So, Simon's ex wife was also on the show of Housewives of Atlanta in the last season. They're saying that how Fallon and Porsha were friends. Porsha saying they were never friends. Thoughts?
I believe
Well,
her.
go ahead, Nita.
I was gonna say I believe her. I
You
believe
believe who?
Portia. I'm
Portia.
team Portia.
Okay. Okay. I've never liked Portia ever until this day. I have to. I
Until this
haven't.
day.
Okay. And y'all know I started watching reality TV years ago. I'm maybe like 4 or 5 years away from that shit because it's just consumed way too
Me
much of my
too.
time and my
Hmm.
mind. But
Yeah.
It's showing the fictitiousness of, reality TV. And you, like they were explaining to us common folk, that they have to introduce the new cast member as someone's friend to get them on there so that you can attach yourself to them and you can welcome them, because this person that you like is bringing this person in, so you're going to like them, and then you're going to want to be tuned in to see this new friendship and how it blossoms or falls out or whatever. And so I agree. I really believe that they weren't friends. I believe she was the one that just said, hey, I'm going to bring her in, tired of me, and, we'll do a scene at her house, because all of them have to go over each other's houses. I don't think she was looking at that man. To, like, people say, oh, she was looking at her husband while she in her house and thing. I don't think Porsha was looking at nobody. Porsha look at anybody with dollars. I believe that man ended up hollering at her somewhere. He ran across her. They may be in a party or at some, gathering, event, restaurant, club, whatever. And I think he ran across her. He hit on her, and she was like, okay, cool. She's about her bag. But I really like the way she's spinning it. I like the way she's playing with the public in their face, because people fall too much into they attach themselves to these stars. They think they know them their whole life just because they see them on a show that's been edited, to oblivion. And I'm proud that she's just in people's face and like, whatever, if you don't like it, I met this man, he want to cash out on me, and that's what we doing. If it don't work, then ain't none of your business.
Period.
And they did say, so apparently, like a little backstory, apparently, is that so Porsha's ex and Simon, Dennis and Simon they're in the same industry. They work.
They're supposed to be business partners.
Actually, friends.
They're business partners.
Yeah,
they're business partners. And
they
Dennis
work together. They're friends.
Yes, they're friends. Dennis introduced Simon and Fallon to Porsha. Okay, so it ain't like
I don't know. I have to see. I need to fact check this business.
I don't want to be like. Okay, that's what I have a problem with. I don't give a damn what the hell she doing. I don't give a damn no more. But the lying is what I can't get. It's the hypocrisy for me. The lying is way for me. It's the lying. So you can't tell me I fell in love with a motherfucking month. You're a damn lie. You've been dating this man for a damn minute. Okay, your co-stars has been knowing about this man. You've been dating him, and they've been had the tea on your ass, and they want to tell the tea, but you want to make sure you get ahead and tell this tea. So you're lying about the 1 month because you've been knowing him for more than a damn month. You run in the damn same circles with this man. So just don't lie to us, and we can move on. That's it.
I don't. You know what though? I don't like, from watching Porsha and how she moves with relationships. If you watch the show, like, and see how she moves with relationships, I don't believe she's lying. Porsha is a type of woman that falls in love like that.
She does lie though. She lies like crazy.
She does lie. Okay, she does lie. And then she's 3 months pregnant.
Do the
math. And she's 3 months pregnant. She said she's been dating him since a month.
We don't know she's pregnant, y'all.
We don't know she's pregnant yet. Like, now, but wait.
Who want to share her body show her body off? So you can't tell me she ain't showing her body. She faked the picture. She wearing moo-boo. She is 3 months pregnant, and I guarantee you, when she come out and say she's pregnant, we come back on this live and we're gonna have this conversation one more time.
No, I believe she's pregnant, and I believe she's known him longer. I know Portia's lied since I was watching one of them reunions about what was it, when Phaedra or whatever, the whole Candy was going to rape her.
Yeah. So don't spit in our faces. I'm a team Porsha girl, because I remember when Porsha was acting like that stepper wife from Codier Stewart. She was doing all that stupid shit. I don't go to the strip club, bitch. You lying? You know you go to the damn strip club. So don't say me. Don't spit in our faces when your core fans have been supporting you and loving your ass. Just tell us the truth. I've been dating this man for over a motherfucking year. I'm finna have a baby with him, and we can all move on with this shit.
Period. But does she owe us that? But she owe us anything.
She don't owe us that, but you putting out statements on Instagram. The outfits look bad. Yeah, we know this look really bad. Okay, this look really bad. Okay, so don't say that the people who love you and care about you and have championing for you, have championed on the housewife for you. Don't spend our
That's why you don't get attached to these people,
but you know what? Like, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna kick it with Meek on this one. Okay, like this is one. Look, I've been watching Porsha. Yeah, she lies. Okay, she does lie, but I actually feel like Porsha is a person that will fall in love in a heartbeat, and she wants to be married. She wants that engagement. She's gonna be talking to you about.
She ain't married. She ain't getting the damn altar with him. And I'm just saying that she gonna have her check baby. Of course she having that. She gonna have 2 check babies, and I ain't mad with her. Shoot, I wish I could have had a check baby, but I'm just saying if we don't see she gonna get to the altar, and when we get back on this line, I'm telling you, I'm fucking with the fire. She gonna marry this man. I'm fucking with it, and I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna tell you, I told y'all asses so.
No, I do. She looks very much pregnant when she hit that bottom of the stomach.
Thank you.
It looked, but you know, and she's always naked, so that was weird that she was.
Yes, so we knew that she's
not always naked. Sometimes she does wear like baggy stuff like that. I've seen her on the show several times.
Okay,
stuff like that. But my thing is, so I saw that picture when she first posted the picture on Mother's Day, and I was like, Porsha looks pregnant. I just said in my head, like, Porsha looks pregnant. Like, she just is giving me that pregnant vibe again that she had the first time. So I was like, okay, she looks pregnant. Now, I don't think. Now, if you, okay, like let's talk about it, right? I've been divorced. Nita's been divorced. And Jay, you've been divorced. Neat's been divorced. We've been divorced. Okay. When you are going to get a divorce, it takes a minute. You're not just going, oh, today I'm getting a divorce day. I'm gonna go file today. No, it takes a minute. So I believe Simon when he said his marriage was over I believe that their marriage was over a while ago. What probably happened was the contract came through with production to film this show, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna do it. Like, it's money coming in, why not? We're gonna film it. But I feel that they were probably still having problems back then anyway. And Simon said Fallon's been cheating on him. She cheated on him several times. So why is he not allowed to move on?
Because
the woman cheats, the man ain't allowed to move on.
I'm not even saying Simon allowed to move on. He can move on to the hell's green because to believe he's moving on. It's plenty of women that show on the internet that he been dating their asses because they said it was dating him. So obviously Simon don't move on. So let's keep it 100 and keep it real. Yes, he has moved on. But I'm back to Porsha. I ain't worried about damn Simon ass. It's Porsha ass who put this statement out like we're stupid. And I don't appreciate I'm stupid. You've been knowing this man for a minute. She's been
treating people that way though that likes her.
Okay, like he ain't stupid. And then you're gonna act like you want to act like this is my thing. You need us too. We're your audience and we support you. So we go hand in hand. And I'm saying this: if you gonna come out here and put this false ass statement out and knowing our dumb ass is gonna be on the shade room every damn where else, because everybody doing investigating on your ass, knowing your time limit is damn wrong. So I'm saying to Porsha is, girl, tell the truth. The truth is I've been dating this man over a year. Okay, I'm 3 months pregnant. Because if that timeline come out and Porsha's name, I'm coming back on this show right here.
No, you're not. No, because she's gonna do the same thing because no one's refuting that she may or may not be pregnant. No one. I just said we don't know because until she confirmed it or whatever,
we don't know.
We don't need to be calling people. That's not a good look. Yeah. Not good for business. Okay, but the thing is, didn't nobody say no when Phaedra was over there lying about being pregnant with?
She got pregnant with them
and everybody was still team Phaedra, this and that. That's what I'm saying. Everybody still rolls with these people. If you don't hold them accountable for the fuck shit, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep saying you in your face. They're gonna keep saying one thing and doing another because they know that the dumbass public is gonna excuse it and sweep it under the rug and keep going on with it. So, and maybe she was pregnant. Who knows? She could be pregnant for Dennis, and she could have just been, maybe she ended up pregnant. We don't know. We don't know how to happen. Or maybe she had slept with the man before they got in a relationship and got pregnant before they got in a relationship. It's a lot of unanswered questions there.
honest woman out of her.
You know what? Then her whoever was her PR person was dumb ass. You know why I say dumb ass? Because don't say you've been dating him a month. Don't say
they do that all the time. I don't get why now that Porsha's doing it, it's the thing, because they've been doing it. Like they've been lying to us.
Out there, he got divorced in January, because you know the bloggers are ready for. They are so ready to get her caught up in a lie and show the evidence that she been lying. So what I'm saying is, if you had a bad publicist, put that statement out. You've been dating him a damn month. We know your ass was lying anyway. But when you come out and say you pregnant and we calculate it's more than 3 months, we gonna have a problem with that, Porsha. It's like, what you lying to us the whole time?
They be lying all the time.
So do we feel that Simon was wrong for putting a ring on it and sealing the deal? And actually, this was a little shady on his part. He had the exact same ring. He done got Fallon's
similar. It's similar.
It was similar. A bigger version. I said,
yeah.
It's similar. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, we gonna see if she get down the damn aisle. That's my money on it. We gonna get down that aisle. And we're gonna see. And I just think this is 2 check babies, and she happy with that. That's how I feel.
She may.
I can see them getting down the aisle. You know why?
Yeah, it's money.
He's money. She's money. And together they're gonna make more money. I can see that. I feel like Porsha is led with the heart of the dollar signs, okay? And I can see her marrying that man, and I'm sure he treats her like a queen.
My thing was there's something that. Oh, go ahead, Nita.
I'm just saying that Porsha, she's very impulsive, and the way that she lives her life is very impulsive. Mm-hmm. So I don't doubt that she got with this man after a month. Maybe they was like fooling around or whatever before that, but probably made it official in a month ago. And the girl, she ghetto as hell, but she's smart. She know what she's doing. She know what you're doing. I'm not giving her no pass or none of that. I mean, I am Team Porsha. I'm not being biased, but I'm just saying the fact of the matter is that girl, she's smart. She know what she's doing. And I don't think that she stole that man.
I don't think she stole that husband.
And I just didn't like her from a long time ago. I'll say this in case this, I want to explain myself. I guess it's because when she came on, she was so fake to begin with, playing the part. Like whatever situation Porsha's in, that's how she's moving. It's like she doesn't know who she is, right? Well, she was the Bible reading housewife. Yeah, no, she wanted to do whatever Cordell was telling her to say and do. Oh, I can't go to the strip club. Oh, I can't be on the party bus.
Some men control their women like that.
Yeah,
I believe she was controlling.
I think she can be the real person.
Fact. And so that is why what I'm saying to you ladies is that is why I didn't like her, because all of a sudden when he's out the door, it's like busted wide open. I'm for the streets, wild out. You know what I mean? And it's like you didn't take the time. She was in a good position to find a man that, could fit her lifestyle or how she wanted to live, but she's just always been looking for the bag and trying to take whatever is coming. And I can't blame her. I'm all about a bag. So I get it. But the whole flip-flopping, switching one way, when the wind blow left, you left, and go right, you right, like that's too inconsistent for me. But I finally found her this time, I'm going to say today, but this week, standing in her shit, being who she is and being unapologetic about it. So I'm happy about that for her. I don't give a damn when she talks to this man. She could have been fucking the man while he was with her. I don't care, because if you know anything about these people in these relationships, especially ones that's for TV and that's public, they're fake anyway. A lot of them are unhappy. Hell, people in regular life with me are unhappy and fucking around and getting people pregnant and having babies. That's nothing new under the sun. So
and I just wish Dennis either, because Dennis was trying.
See, and I didn't watch the show enough to know, but I heard he was like trifling as hell.
He is, and he's like her though. So
I'm not saying I'm Team Dennis, but I just failed to say this. She knew who the fuck he was when she got with his ass and had that damn baby. Period. She knew
She
his
know who
ass was out there.
everybody is. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't tell me that she didn't know Dennis was out there spreading it while hanging out with everybody named Mama.
Everybody knew
Don't
that
be
Candy
acting like,
tried
oh my
to
God,
tell her.
no.
Because he
She
done
knew who
tattooed
Dennis
her
was.
name
He
on
said
him.
Dennis had money.
He done
He said
tattooed
Dennis
the
had
last
money.
woman on him.
What you say? She
I
said
said,
Dennis had money. That's what she said. She said Dennis had money. And yes, I'm going to have a baby by him.
I ain't mad at her. Shoot, if you
I'm
want to
mad at
live
her.
well, child, and do
she
you?
probably did, but you know, every woman believes that they're the special one. Candy tried to warn her because he was dating one of
Yes, he
Candy's
was
friends
dating her
a
friend.
little
Candy
bit
said that.
before,
But
and
she didn't want to get along with Candy either. So, I mean, she didn't believe what Candy had to say. She thought Candy was in her business and trying to mess her relationship up. That's what she said.
Wow.
because her and Candy weren't in the right space. I don't
Yeah,
think
these-
I
I don't
wouldn't
like Candy
necessarily.
anyway.
Really?
I feel a way about Candy. I like Candy, but then I
can't
don't
stand her
sometimes.
damn ass. I'm sick of Candy.
I don't like Candy, but I
can't
respect
stand
her
Kenya.
hustle. I
I
respect her
respect her
hustle.
hustle as well. I just don't like
Yeah,
how
I don't like her as a person on the
somebody's
show.
always offending her. Somebody's always hurting her feelings.
Always.
Yeah.
I didn't like
I
her because she
don't
let
know.
her mama disrespect Todd. I didn't like that. I was like, bitch, you better say
Yes,
something.
she do.
That's my mama.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
And I think she disrespects the father of her child. I think she disrespects Block and how she portrayed him on the show. And when she knew his ass was in a relationship with a woman, and she already knew his ass was married. So don't act like you didn't know that he was married. You was a side chick, Candy, and keep it 100.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that I
yeah.
forgot that.
You
They
was a
all start
side
off
chick.
as side chick.
You weren't honest. You should be honest. You should be honest with your daughter too. You was the side chick, making her act like, oh, my daddy was no good man. My daddy was no heifer. You got with him and you knew he had a woman and kids already. Don't act like
Let
you
me tell
living
you.
that shit.
This is what I didn't like about Candy. Candy came in later on, okay? But she want to be acting like she an OG because she got the money. Because she the richest one out of all of them. So she want to take over the show like she the queen bee. That's what I didn't like about Candy. Everything else is like, okay, but like I didn't like how she disrespected Todd. I think I was so surprised when Todd said I do. I was shocked.
Me too.
I was like,
we got 30-day notice.
If you at the altar, I tell you that was too much.
Yeah.
Okay, Kenya is messy as hell. Can't stand her ass. I don't like Kenya.
Yeah,
Kenya, she's too
can't
childish
stand
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
With her fake marriage.
I love Porsha. Porsha, my ride or die. I love Porsha. I don't care. And you know what?
I would definitely party with her. We have similar party personalities,
Yes,
but
you would.
I gotta stand in my shit, girl. When you did, if somebody be like, you sleep with a dead, what you gonna do?
I mean, it is what it is, right? But I guess they're run by PR people too that are behind them that be making their statements. So at the same time, you know, there's only so much they can tell us, or so much that they're gonna really tell their truth, right? Because they're protected by
I can't
PR.
wait to see what the facts come out. I can't because she did look very much pregnant. She did, but I don't like to tell nobody they pregnant and they not because that's not a good look. So.
Right.
But she looked pregnant, and then he had the little was she light skinned, a white lady sitting in his Ferrari or one of them little nice fancy cars?
Yeah.
What was that? Like a week ago, she texted him. Huh? Yeah. So
Simon's been there. He's been having women,
but he's Nigerian, right? Ain't that what they do?
I don't know where he's from, but yeah, I know he's from Africa somewhere.
I think he's Nigerian. He's Nigerian. I read that yesterday. But he
that's
what they do.
Strange. What
they
I found
for the
really
street.
strange though, and which is why I think that maybe this is something that's been going on for a while, which kind of maybe hints that this is something that's been going on for a while, is the fact that Dennis and Simon are so comfortable with each other and Porsha in the middle. Like, that's weird. That was weird to me. I'm not even gonna lie, because I was thinking, well, I thought you and Dennis were still trying to work it out, but I know the season was filmed a while ago. So, and I know you guys are always talking about being the best co-parents, but I still felt that like you guys were still talking.
They just on their grown man shit. Cause see, I need to see how I've never heard they were business partners until now. So I'm like, are they partners or did they probably team up to do something and then went their own way? That's
No, they well, I mean, apparently they've been working with each other for a while, so it's been a while, and then they brought the women together.
Yeah, but Dennis ain't
but I was reading that was for the show, so I need to see evidence of this so-called business and how long it's been going on. Like, are they selling
They
shoes?
didn't
Are they
show
selling
that on the
watches?
show. No,
No,
they
That's what
didn't
I'm
show that
saying.
on the
They
show.
said
We never
Porsche
even
and
knew.
Fallon were friends on the show, so of course they
Yeah.
can say that they business partners. That's what I'm saying. We pick and choose. Like, I don't know. That's why I hate this stuff. I hate it because
But
it's
you know what I'm
TV,
saying? They
y'all.
would say that Porsha and Fallon are friends. Okay, so look, so you have a man, and your man is friends with this other guy, right? You guys hang out, and then he brings his woman. Now she's not necessarily my friend, but we've kicked it a couple times. We hang out, we're cool or whatever. And yeah, okay, you got a cool personality. Why not come on the show or whatever? We need some new blood. Let's see if you fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see that being the situation, but that doesn't mean that we're friends. Like, I ain't never seen Fallon
But
have
also,
Portia's
business partners don't
this
mean
whole
friends.
season.
Yes, that's right too.
Business partners don't mean friends. They could have just been making money. Like, man, I'm telling you, they have gotten way over this, and we look like some fools out here, so vested in trying to pick it apart of things that we don't even know because we don't have enough information, and we just out here guessing, throwing shit out in the air, looking dumb, and then it's gonna come out anyway. And so all we gotta do is just sit tight and watch it play out.
The way Dennis and him was smoking cigars, what I said is I don't think Dennis is giving a damn, because you know why?
Yeah.
What fucking bother his ass or who he messaged with, and maybe his child support gonna be a damn lower because now she got a new man.
Happy. Yeah.
He ain't worried about shit. He said, I'm still gonna do me. Porsha got her man, baby. My child's gonna be okay. Fuck it. We are happy big damn bam family. Co-parenting queen.
These relationships been over a long time ago. That's why they could be so comfortable to talk about this stuff now.
Yeah. I agree.
And that's why he ain't tripping, and why he ain't, and that's why I say if Dennis is not tripping, that says to me, I don't care what she said about that 1 month. You ain't bringing your child around your body. You ain't be dating 1 month. You been dating that man for a whole
dangerous
minute.
too. That's dangerous. That's the most disheartening thing out of this is that it's a young kid. That's a girl being brought around a man that is a womanizer.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about that's something serious to me. I'll talk about that. Bringing a child around a man that you ain't been dating. Now you learn about that shit, and that's what I have a problem with, because too many of us black women, and I'm colored women, bring our men around our children in an early age. How they get molested, shit. That's wrong.
Yep, all facts.
I'm worried about that shit. I'm worried about you been talking about 1 month and bringing your daughter, who's I think she's only 2 years old, around this man. That's why Dennis is okay with that shit. He ain't mad because you've been knowing him for a minute, and Dennis have been too. So it is.
And also, I think too. Oh, he was talking about Stevie J. But I just think that people need to move away from the notion that you own somebody just because you were married to them. Like, once you guys decide that this is not working, that moment, that marriage is over. Their relationship is over. Like, you don't own that person no more. So people like all in the comments like, close your legs to married men, and oh, he's married and engaged at the same time, because y'all gotta stop thinking that this paper that's in a position to be dissolved, is a staple that means that someone should still suffer.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure they
you're
don't
taking
live
away,
together.
you're taking away options for people to be happy, for people to move on and live out the rest of their life they have on this earth. So we need to really stop that whole thing about someone's married until whatever or whatever. Once you move on mentally and your heart is not there anymore, it ain't nothing you can do, and you're stuck in a place that you're not even welcome in. And that's sad, and it's sick to see women saying, oh, he's still married, and
to be honest,
he's in a contract.
It doesn't even look like Fallon's that upset about it, to be honest. Like,
didn't they say she's like engaged again? Or I don't know. I didn't fact check none of this, but they say Fallon had got engaged to her new boo, but nobody's talking about it.
But
That's
if
what they
what
say.
Simon said is true and she's been cheating, she already checked out anyway. She don't give a damn about that man. She give a damn
Right.
about the money, the
We give
paycheck
more
that's
of a
gonna
damn
come.
than they do, it seems.
I did see
Yeah.
Fallon said she's on her Instagram, she said she's moving on, she's healing, and period. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And I believe it.
Mhm.
Well, y'all, we done made it. We done made it to the
We
end of
made it.
Gossip Week, ladies' night, Thursday night. Hey. I would like to say though to all of y'all in the chat, put me on a reality TV show.
Oh, Derek
I
wanted to
will
talk
gladly
about
take those checks.
Derek wanted to talk about girl code. I forgot they were bringing that up in there.
Oh, Lord.
So we have to talk about that on Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah.
See what the men think about this so-called girl code too.
I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit because there was the whole thing about accountability and but we can talk about it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't believe in
Y'all
it.
let us know.
I don't believe in it though.
If
Yeah,
you guys want Battle of the Sexes topic to be about girl code this week, then drop it in the comment section down below.
Yes.
Guys,
I want to debate.
Before y'all leave, make sure you guys have hit that thumbs up for me, for your girl on your way out. I really appreciate you guys. And next week, bring a friend. Bring a friend to Ladies Night.
Yeah.
You guys know we have a blast. We love talking and chopping it up with y'all in the chat. And we love to discuss all the latest topics of the week and all the hottest gossip of the week. So make sure you guys are back next week, Thursday, for another episode of Ladies Night. Also, Battle of the Sexes, I have an announcement. Real Talk 87 and Harrison Family Vlogs are back on Battle of the Sexes this Sunday. So make sure you guys are all tuned in. The boys are back. But we also love E Black, and E Black here too. So y'all,
is he gonna come on?
I
hope so.
I hope so.
Okay.
I gotta check with E Black. If you're still here, E, let me know, or text me or whatever. Let me know in the chat. But guys, thank you guys so much for joining us for Ladies Night. I love you guys. We'll see you on Sunday for Battle of the Sexes at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a great evening. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.